What up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, back in here with yet one more video. I brought Naya along again today. Naya, say what's up.
What's poppin', y'all?
Alright, so listen, same thing as last time. You guys saw the last one, Why Men Become Dogs, episode 1. Right now we're going to get into episode 2, so I had to make sure to bring Naya back so we can have a conversation about it. Alright? It's starting to heat up. I can't wait to see where it's going to go. Alright, you ready?
Are you ready?
Without further ado, let's just hit right in it.
Previously on How Men Become Dogs.
Cameron, you're home early.
You having sex with another man in my bed, dog? You can't knock.
And you ain't man enough for me.
What?
I don't remember the last time you did anything nice for me.
Why can't you say that? What about Valentine's Day? We need to start being the type of men women really want. What's that? Dog.
Wait a minute, wrist real quick. I didn't notice this the first time. Did you see the back of his...
My bed, dog. You can't knock.
And you ain't man enough for me.
What?
I don't remember the last time you did anything nice for me.
Why can't you say that? What?
Look at the tape.
What's happening back there?
Look at the tape. Oh, you can't
Woo,
understand.
child.
Look at the tape.
The ghetto.
I didn't notice that last time.
Yeah,
There's tape all over
it's
the
everywhere.
wall. Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
What about Valentine's Day? We need to start being the type of men women really want. What's that? Dogs.
Gentlemen, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about being a dog. Class is in session. Oh, hey. I'm Hamlin. Thanks for watching. So, let's get right into this business of how men become dogs. My newest client, Julian, Mario, Cameron, are all victims of women that didn't appreciate what they had in their men. Typical. See, let a woman tell it in. A man is always responsible for a failed relationship. You see, in a woman's world, the man is always the one that lies and cheats and never appreciate the kindness of their partner. But in the real world, the one that you and I live in, a woman is just as guilty of these crimes.
Just as guilty. Let's keep it funky. Let's keep it real. I think he's spitting truth so far. I feel like y'all are just good of hiding what y'all are guilty of.
So in some cases, I will agree, women are smarter than men when it comes to doing their dirt, and thus we do not get caught. However, I will say that, you know, both parties do tend to mess up, and I feel like it is imperative for both people to acknowledge where they had their faults at, because it takes two to tango. It also takes two to fall. So
Yeah, but in like pop culture, it's like that men are dogs, they do this, that, and the third, but in actuality, I feel like the narrative should be switching. It's 50-50.
I don't know if it's
50-50.
50-50. That's a little far-fetched.
I think you guys do this just as much dirt as what a dude does. It's just you are better at concealing and covering your tracks.
Listen, I already caught pleased and pled the fifth that we are definitely better at concealing our dirt if we gonna do it, because y'all just be lying and telling the truth on yourselves while you're trying to tell a lie.
So, but why do so many women still perpetuate this stereotype that men, you know, are that much worse than what women are?
I will say that I think for women don't necessarily cheat like out of like no reason for most time. It's usually a reason that a woman cheats, like something that she's been talking to you about over and over again, like I want you to do this, I don't want you to do that, I want you to do this, and she's continually had this conversation with you, and you still not doing what she asked and doing what she asked you not to do. Women don't typically cheat just out of curiosity, whereas men, I feel like sometimes y'all might cheat just for a nut is a nut. It's not like a situation where like, oh, like I really even like this other person. It's just like, oh, I was just curious.
Listen, how is it bad? Listen, number one is if I'm cheating just for that gratification, that's way easier to recover from than you cheating because you were emotionally caught up in a situation.
I agree. Emotional cheating to me is worse than physical. All cheating is bad. Let me put that as a disclaimer. All cheating is bad. Don't cheat. Stay faithful. Do the right thing. Whatever. What type of...
Let's keep going.
It's just that no one ever calls him out on it. But fellas, those days are over. So, I know.
I feel like Jay-Z can do it, then, you know, he made it kind of okay. You think that's true?
Actually, you're wilding. You're actually wilding. You're actually wilding. You know what I'm saying?
I'm being facetious, you know. I feel like
he might be telling the truth.
I'm being facetious. I just think that why do all of that? Just stay single and live your life.
I agree.
And don't avoid the drama and just keep it funky. Just keep it 100. Like I think at the end of the day, like, and a lot of people don't talk about this, there is a component to a woman that wants a dude that's also wanted. And that's a real thing. Like, what woman is gonna want you if you walk into a club and you turn no heads?
I mean, men are the same way.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I have a friend that, like, legit, he goes for the ones that everyone wants. Like, it's a weird thing. I don't know. I feel like there's something behind that, but
I feel like the people that everybody usually wants are usually like really attractive individuals. It's like people want them for, you know, maybe they are very attractive or they're popular for whatever reason. But I feel like when you actually start talking to them, especially with men, I can't speak to women because I don't date women, but especially with men, like the dudes that are the most popular be doing the most trash. Like, it's like, oh, you know, everybody want me, so if you want to be with me, you're gonna put up with a certain amount of my dirt because everybody wants me and I chose you.
And you know what's funny though is that they put up with it.
Some do. I'm gonna hit you with the see you later, sucker.
Well, it just depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for a relationship, you might not want to put up with it, but you probably are more likely to put up with it longer than what you even think that you would. But there's something about a dude that is about his purpose, is about, right, like, what are the things that he's doing to contribute to himself, his family, right, like his close friends, as opposed to like waiting on a woman's every beck and call and need. You know what I mean?
I think it depends. I think you're more willing to put up with something when you like a person. Like, all that, like, you're popping type stuff, that's not gonna keep me to stay around. It's like once I cross that fatal boundary of like starting to like you, then it's like, oh, I start like overlooking things that before I liked you, I probably been like, nah.
Because then it's too late. We got you then. We got you then.
I like his raggedy behind. He's raggedy, and I just can't. Like, I be salty.
You can't break it. Well, that gentleman, whoever was able to do that, has what you call game.
I don't know if he has game.
Which these three dudes apparently do not.
He waited a little bit longer. Let me see his big red clown shoes and that big red clown nose.
Yeah, but he played the game. He got you until you was hooked. When you go fishing, you don't jerk back on the rod before it gets in their mouth. You know what I mean? You're gonna pull it right out.
All right.
That was a good analogy. It's late at night. I tried my best. All right, let's keep going.
I'm a fair man, but I do believe there are two sides to every story. So I'll let you decide who was right and who was wrong. Honestly, I don't know what went wrong with Sam and I. I mean, I treat every woman how I treat my mother. That's just the way I was raised. But what I call being respectful, she called being a pussy. I mean, and then when I did certain things like try to show her affection, she said I was invading her personal space. She called me all sorts of names. Said I was soft as cotton candy. She called me sensitive. She called me weak. Me? Weak? Oh, okay, maybe I did cry that one time I saw Toy Story 3, okay? Great movie. If you haven't seen it, go. Never mind. That's nevertheless. Honestly, Sam couldn't appreciate me because she is a heartless Build-A-Bear. There, I said it. Whew. I'm a gentleman. I don't say that other word, though. Ever.
Deep breath in and release it slowly.
I can't do this.
Come on, Sam. Focus on what you can do. Relax your mind. Center your thoughts. Your energy is pure.
My energy is hungry. I'm nervous. What about ants?
Focus. We are one with nature.
That's what I'm worried about.
Quiet. Eyes closed. Yoga teaches us discipline.
But I get it, I just don't get it. Can we try something else? Like maybe some kickboxing or something. Now that's more my speed.
Yoga teaches nonviolence. It's what you need.
I don't need this. Hell, I'm already nonviolent. The charges were dropped. My record was expunged. I was just defending myself.
Listen, It's none of my business, but this is obviously something you need, or your supervisor would not have recommended you see me twice a week for your attitude problem.
I don't have an attitude problem. Why do everybody keep saying that?
Because you do. Duh. 90% of our relationship problems came from Sam's attitude. She made the basketball wives seem like the women's ministry.
My boss is an idiot, and so is my ex-boyfriend. Julian is weak and pathetic. I don't need weak, sensitive, spineless men around. Hell, make me feel like I'm weak and powerless and defeats the purpose of having a man in the first place.
True power is wielded quietly.
Oh, did you just tell me to shut the fuck up?
No, it's not what I meant.
Because you don't know me like that. I will shut it down up in here. If you don't believe me, ask Julian. Wait. You can't ask Julian because his ass got the boot and his goat.
She's more crazy than he is nice.
No, for sure.
Am I tripping?
No, she's definitely crazy.
What would a dude like that want with something like that? Like, that is a headache. Like, how do you even get to focus on, like, anything in life when you have, like, she'll get you into trouble. She's the will break your windows, will slash your tires, will poke a hole in the condom. That's what that is.
Okay, you just took us starting from smashing cars and windows to poke holes in condoms.
That's the same. It's in the same vein. You know.
You know better than me.
There's levels to it, but you know she's crazy.
I will say that she is very like over the top with her stuff. Like I just feel like it's something behind all this defensiveness that she be showing up. And I will say a lot of men they like crazy. They're like, oh, you know. They don't want you to really mess up. But I hear them saying like, "Oh, she a little crazy. I like this. You know, I like when she a little crazy." Like, do you? So there's some men that like crazy women. Like, not everybody wants somebody that's sane.
I don't know. I don't know any dudes that want a crazy woman. Like, I feel like
I know several, and partially because they contribute to the crazy. Like they fail to see their part in how she became as crazy as she was. She might have been crazy from the jump, but you can add crazy on top of crazy. It's very
Is anyone watching this video that likes crazy women? Leave it down in the comment box. Why? Let's just talk about it. Let's have a conversation. I value my time, and I feel like all of this crazy, and y'all should value y'all time too. I feel like all of this crazy just leads to like a lot of time wasted.
There's also some crazy men. Like, let's not sleep on the crazy men. And y'all are actually more crazy than women once the crazy begins.
Just two crazy peas in a pod.
Yeah, because I feel like
can take the crazy.
once men fall over that barrier themselves, it's like women fall quicker, but men fall harder, and then y'all start acting crazy.
Some men.
No, I'm not gonna generalize, but there are some crazy ones out there. Don't sleep, ladies, beware.
You know, breaking news. This here anger management is some BS, so I'm gonna go on here to keep it moving. If you can't help me, somebody else will. Deuces and middle.
You forgot your shoes.
Okay.
For better or worse, richer or poorer. I mean, I know those are marriage vows, but shouldn't they mean something in a relationship too? I gave Megan everything I had and I ain't have much. And look where that got me. Sitting here venting to y'all. So whoever said love don't cost a thing was lying their ass off.
Megan, is that you, girl? Ooh, showstopper. I almost didn't even recognize you. I'm loving this new hair.
New do, new me.
Mm.
Sometimes you just have to treat yourself, right?
Say it, girlfriend. And I know that Mario can appreciate it.
Oh no, Mario got kicked to the curb.
Say what?
He's yesterday's news boo-boo.
Time out, B. What's the tea?
The tea is that I got tired of taking care of a grown-ass man. Okay, I'm the woman. I'm the one who should be taken care of.
And you were gonna be taken care of if you would have just been patient. Whatever happened to the days where a woman stuck close to her man when things got rough?
I want a man who can afford to dine at more than McDonald's. Okay? I want prime rib and Cabernet. I want ski trips to a Swiss chalet.
And she always said it was the small things in life that mattered. Bullshit.
Let me tell you what this Negro did. Okay? We were supposed to go out for Italian. You know he had the nerve to heat me up some Italian microwave dinners.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Yes, he did. The only time he took me out was for happy hour.
Girl, don't sweat it. Them fine ones is always flawed. Tell you what, if I can't get Shamar Moore to put a ring on this finger by the time I'm 30, we might need to hook up.
You got a 401k?
Collecting interest every day.
Sounds like a plan. Although you might have to change your style up a little bit. I don't know if I can date a man whose pants are tighter than mine.
Am I tripping, or is it mostly women who don't got anything that expect dudes to have everything? Or have you ever in your experience seen a woman who has a lot and still expects the dude to have a lot?
So I think it goes both ways. And no matter what, even if I do have money, I still want my partner to be financially stable. Like, I don't care that I have a lot. You still need to be able to bring and carry your own weight as well. I thought it was interesting that he said, like, if she was gonna get it in a little bit, like, why she ain't just hold it down? Like, I ain't never, and I mean never, y'all hear me? Never heard a man say to another man, like, bruh, she gonna get herself together, just hold her down while she ain't got together. I've never heard that.
Why is that?
Because men don't do that. But women consistently say, like, oh, girl, he working on being a better man. Hold him down so he gets better. But you ain't never going to hear no man say that. But y'all quick to say, like, oh, you know, she should just held me down while I was down. Like, girls always want everything off top. Like,
yeah, but
you wouldn't extend that same grace if the shoe was on the other foot. So why do you feel like you should get it?
Nah, well, you know, this is like, this goes into, like, gender roles, right? Like, the man is expected to be the provider, even in 2019, even though that we're trying to, and I say we, I'm talking about society, is blur the lines between, you know, a man and a woman, right? Like, you know, even the concepts of, like paternity, what do they call it when the woman has a kid?
Maternity leave?
Maternity leave, like paternity leave. Like, the place that I work, they just made the paternity leave the same amount of time as maternity leave. It's crazy. And I say, like, so there's gender roles that we are supposed to play, and if we are the providers, then a provider usually a lot of that time means that you got money. Right?
And I'm
that's why it's not a thought like that on the other, is because it's okay if she's making $30,000 and you're making $60,000.
It is, but I would say, like, in another context to make it a simpler context that's more a group of situation is like, okay, like, most men go through what I call y'all hoe phase, where y'all kind of like out here moving around, doing you, whatever the case may be. And
what age is that typically? You
know, for some people it's a little bit older, but you know, that can be seen as immature. But you know, I'm gonna leave that alone for today.
You said the older can be considered immature?
Indeed, I did. Moving right along, there are some times where you see that on the women's side. Women have their whole phase, whatever the case may be. But it's a whole different story when a woman is being hoe-like and a man is being hoe-like, and the response to that from each gender.
Why?
I mean, for one, I see it like, oh girl, he just, you know, right, he just going through some things. He gonna get it together. He gonna get right, whatever. But if your homeboy came to you and said, you told him like, oh yeah, my girl been acting up, whatever, she been doing X, Y, and Z. Number one, men are not having that. If you cheat on y'all one time, your mom's a hoe, you a hoe, your grandmother's a hoe, like it's one time. But with women, I think women are much more, I don't want to say accepting of it, but they're much more willing to work through that with you, where I see as men are less likely to work through that with you. Like,
so what you're saying is like body count matters more on a woman than it does on a man.
Yes.
I mean, that's true. I agree with you. Me, I feel as though I don't care. And I say that because I think that if you pay so much attention to that, then like you can be overwhelmed with that thought. And if you are overwhelmed with that thought, like it's not, you just get so angry at different situations that could have happened, right? Like, especially the older that you get. Like, I'm 33 years old, you know, like you're not getting anyone under 10 bodies at 33, right? Like that's impossible.
That's
let
actually,
alone
that's
20.
actually not true.
Let alone 20, maybe even 30 by the time you hit.
That's not true.
On average, and I'm not saying. Listen, don't be the all police. I'm talking about. I'm talking about in general, on average, right? So like, but if you concern yourself with that, I think it's like you shouldn't even ask.
Like 30 bodies, like is an average for most women. You think?
30 plus.
Interesting.
Yeah, if not more.
I would not even want to know what your average is for men then.
Picky, aren't we?
Obviously not picky enough.
Well, girl, you know I'd love to sit and dish all day, but the rent must get paid.
Well, maybe if they fire you, they could hire Mario. He needs the money.
Ooh, girl, you ain't right.
I know, but neither is being broke.
Girl, you ain't gonna worry me. Mwah, mwah. Love you, girl.
Bye, honey.
Love hurts. I had a black eye to prove it. I mean, can you imagine what it's like to get your ass whooped by the same man that's having sex with your woman in your house, in your bed?
Yo, just FYI, again, these outfits, like what we like, what we out thinking? Listen, gentlemen, if you're going for a job, I hate when I see this. Just this is a side note. If your shirt has the buttons on the collars, button those buttons on the collars, please. They're there for a reason.
Okay, John with the fashion tip. I see you. Fashion 101 by John.
Nah, because that type of thing ain't supposed to happen to men. But you know what? It happened to me. And I know I ain't the only.
Yo, I just noticed this too, like, that's a photo in the back. Like all of these shots with the dudes, this has all been photos. Like they're in front of a green screen and that's a photo. Shout out to the directors, the producers. I'm not trying to shit on this. I'm just pointing the things out like as I see it. I appreciate what you guys have put together though. Just in case if you're watching. Keep coming out with episodes. We'll keep reviewing them.
What? Karma? Is that what you think it is? What did I do so wrong?
Love Jones. Best movie ever.
Why can life really be like that? I could barely get a man to cuddle me after sex.
Girl, I already told you. You mean the club don't cuddle?
Well, damn, I'm sorry, but I got to get mine. Hey.
So you get yours, and he's got to get his, and nobody gets what they really want.
Wait, I always get what I want. Okay, look, what one man won't do, another one will. Happily.
Boom.
Boom.
So what's up with Kim?
Is that the chick that was walking in the park in the beginning?
Bambi.
Bambi.
Hey, girl.
What up, girl? That one on the left, if you're watching.
I can't.
Seen him around lately. Don't tell me he got the axe.
Girl, tell me what happened. I need details.
Well,
tell me everything.
Dang, since you guys must know, Camera got me cheating on him.
And when you say car, you mean like legs in the air, face down, ass up?
Jessica!
Girl.
I thought you two were monogamous.
That's funny, because so did I.
It just kind of happened. So you just kind of gave him the address to your house?
No, we got caught at Cam's house.
Excuse me?
Yo, that's gangster. I'm gonna need more popcorn for this.
That's the third girl. Why does she look like the girl that was running in the park? Was it the same girl? The girl was running in the park? Maybe it was.
It might be the same girl.
I can't believe you. He could have killed you both.
Killed me. Camera can't fight, girl.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So you slept with old boy at Kim's house, and you got caught? Classic.
Brandy, Cameron was horrible in bed. What was I supposed to do with that?
You don't have to be so scandalous with it, though. Cam was a good guy.
He was a good guy. What are you, Team Cam? Really? I mean, look, I'm not the bad guy. All I did was do what I had to do for me. I mean, it's not like we were in love or anything like that. All he did was buy me stuff so he could take me out and show me out to his friends like I was like a sports car or something.
Girl.
And girl, I'm not a Louis bag. I can't be bought.
Girl, you don't have to explain. I'll take good sex over money any day. Well.
Have you spoken to him since it all happened?
No. No, he has been calling my phone like crazy, blowing it up, and leaving crazy messages.
You want no good man? You want no good man? I try to be a good man. You want no good.
Poor little Kim.
Don't you do this. Oh, don't you call her. Don't you call her.
Don't discourage from calling. Fellas, if you miss your lady and you want to call her.
No. She cheated. This is the one that cheated.
She did cheat.
Why would you call? You're dead to me. You're done.
And this is exactly what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, she cheated on you.
She cheated on him in his bed.
She was actually foul. I'm not
you
saying
really think that's forgivable?
I don't think it's forgivable.
So why would you tell him to call?
But I'm just saying, if he want to call her and he think it's worth working it out, I'm not going to stop him.
Look, there's
But
billions of y'all on the planet.
She's wild foul for cheating on him. Not only...
How could you just glaze over this? There's billions of y'all on the planet. Why would he call her? I mean, he has the options.
It's the same reason that women call men that cheat on them. Because you still care about the person. Just because somebody cheats on you doesn't negate all of your feelings for them.
Maybe they shouldn't do that either.
They shouldn't, but I'm just saying, being reasonable, like just because somebody cheats on you doesn't negate all the feelings you have for them. They don't go away overnight.
She cheated in his bed, and then they kept on cheating after the guy knocked him out.
And she was wrong with people. I mean, if you think about it, Dwayne Wade and Gabby were dating. They was on a break. He got another whole chick pregnant with a whole baby. So not only was he talking to somebody else, he was sloppy as hell. No condom. Like, damn, bro. Like, we on a break, but that don't mean be out here wilding and getting other broads pregnant. And that's what happened. And now they're married, happily ever after. She took him back. And that was a whole baby.
I would venture to say, in that situation, Gabby wasn't calling Dwayne back.
Listen, either way.
It was probably the other way around.
Either
it was
way,
probably him
they back together.
Emphatically apologizing.
Either way, she took him back.
That's completely different than what's happening right here.
It's different than what's happening here. But at the end of the day, she still took him back. Period. Because she could have said, like, no, you cheated on me. You had a whole baby on me. Baby.
I'm not a fan of you using an anecdotal situation to determine what's right and what's wrong.
I'm not determining what's right.
I don't think you should be doing that. I think,
I'm not saying what's right and wrong.
If someone they will never change. Like, they will never change. And there's billions of other ones, like literally billions of other ones to pick from. Move on. She's a liar. She's a dirtbag. I mean, you hear the way that she's talking about him.
I do. I'm not saying that she's not a foul individual. Everything that she did was foul. You're not going to get an argument from me on that. But what I'm saying is, just because someone's foul doesn't mean that a person's going to move on. People do foul stuff all the time, and people don't move on. They get back together. They even get married. You know, people get married, get divorced, and get remarried. Like, I don't think that somebody doing something wrong.
They're not living life correctly.
See, that's an opinion.
All we're doing is having opinions.
I know that.
Let's go.
Fine.
Good man. Look, you better call me back or I'm cutting your phone off. Baby, I'm not gonna cut your phone off. She ain't gonna call me. You want no good man?
Wait. I can explain. No, I can't explain.
Wow. He sounds really hurt, Jess.
If I know Cameron like the back of my hand, like, he'll be fine. And I mean, like, if it doesn't work out with me and the other guy, then Cameron will be back. They always come back.
No. And there you have it. Both sides of the story. Now, in my unbiased opinion, the women were flawed. I mean, what kind of a woman wants a jailhouse aggressive man? And on another note, I'm starting to think that a woman that makes too much money shouldn't have a man. I mean, the higher their financial expectation, the harder they are to please. And trust me, ladies, it ain't worth it on our end. And oh yeah, the lack of performance in the bed, that's a tricky one. Now, I could see how one could fall short. But, however, you can always teach an old dog new tricks. Well, that's my time. Until we meet again, nurture your dog with love and care. If not, well, they might bite the hand that feeds them. And nobody wants that. Right, ladies?
I'm actually sick of him talking about if she make more money, she should just maybe not have a man. Like, what? How many hoops did he jump through to get that conclusion?
So, but let me ask you a question. So, like, you know, let's say hypothetically you were dating a gentleman that was making 50% less money than you. Mm-hmm. Would you respect him any less and be truthful?
So, it depends. And
What does it depend on?
Let me say what it depends on. It depends on how he acts about making less money than me. Because I think for a lot of men, they base their value in their relationship off of how they're able to provide. So if they don't think they can provide, they feel less of a man. And so when they feel less of a man, they sometimes can try to micromanage certain situations because they feel like that's the only control they have, because they don't control the money side because she makes more money. So if the man is okay with making less money than me and he's still able to take care of whatever his responsibilities are, I personally don't care.
Yeah, you know, I hear this from women, like, you know, who make a good amount of money, and they talk about how, you know, they notice that the dude is insecure, that they can't provide as adequately as what they would like, and what it leads to. Me personally, I wish I could find someone that made more money. I mean, if I was looking. But I wish, you know, spending all her coins, spending all her chips. Like, where we going?
So you want somebody to take care of your brokety broke behind? Nah. Even if I make more, even if you make more money, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with treating your man, but at the end of the day, I personally am traditional, and I'm not switching the roles. There's still certain things that I want a man to do, and I want a man to be a man in certain capacities, and I want to be able to be a woman in certain capacities, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, we need to change, you know, said gender roles, and, you know, women can do everything. I'm not saying I'm not capable, but it's, you know, certain stuff that I want my man to do, and that's just what it is.
Yeah, no, I hear you, and I'm being facetious. I wouldn't mind going Dutch for the rest of my time with that person, you know, like, we just go out to eat and we split it down the middle, you know, all the time. Or you get it, I get it, let's switch. That's what good friends do.
There's nothing wrong with taking your man on a date. I'm actually for taking your man out sometimes and letting, you know what I'm saying, like, I got it, babe, I got you. Or sometimes we may go Dutch, but in the beginning, you know what I'm saying, it's on you, player.
Yeah, but that's not gonna happen if she's making significantly less than you, right? Like, there has to be a degree of security that you... Not
necessarily, because if she's making a significantly less amount than you, like, there might be certain things you're like, okay, you know, we split up our household responsibilities that, like, okay, you take care of these things, I'll take care of these things, and then, you know, both of our money might take care of certain other things. And, you know, when she like, oh, I got a little bonus on my check, babe, I want to take you out, get you, you know, the best steak that you can have at, you know, J. Alexander's or Ruth Chris or, you know, somewhere like that, you're like, okay, you know, that was nice that she did that. I don't think that, you know, that's not a possibility. Just because she makes less money doesn't mean that she can't ever treat you. It may not be at a high frequency that she's able to do that, but I feel like just her exerting effort, like, oh, I have a little extra money, I want to take my man out and I want to show him that I appreciate him and everything that he does for myself and our family. Solid.
Cool. Well, listen, I really like where this is going. I like the different perspectives. I like how they taped it, and then, you know, how they kind of are talking to each other in the different scenes about what they're thinking and then what's actually happened. I like where it's going so far. But that was episode 2. Any final thoughts, Naya?
You know, there's always two sides to every story.
Listen, the one that likes to get beat on, you know, there's just no excuse. I don't care how she was raised. Don't chase crazy, please. You only got one life to live. Don't spend it wasting time chasing crazy.
You know, live your life the way you want to live. If you want to chase crazy, chase it. Just know there's going to be problems that come with chasing that crazy. I wouldn't do it.
It's better ways to live life, guys. It's better ways. All right, but if you were still here, guess what? We bang with you, all right? Episode 3. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right? Take care, you two.